Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Arundhati and let's see how to make a Tunisian honeycomb stitch today. To make honeycomb stitch, always ensure you're using odd number of stitches in the chain, foundation chain. So I'm going to make 11 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. To make the foundation row, I'm just going to turn the chain around and start from my second stitch. I'm going to insert in the back bumps and pull up a loop. At the end of this, we will have equal number of loops on the hook as the chain, the foundation chain. Alright, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 11. So we have 11 loops on the hook. Let's do a standard return pass. That's 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and that's how we complete the row. Okay, so now we begin to make the honeycomb pattern. So the first stitch is going to be under the vertical bar of the second stitch. The first row is going to be a alternate of Tunisian simple stitch and a purl stitch. So let's make our first Tunisian simple stitch. We go under the vertical bar of the second stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. We leave all the loops on the hook in the forward pass. The second stitch is going to be a purl. So what we do is we pull the yarn in the front this way, we go under the vertical bar, we take the yarn like this, we yarn it over on the hook, hold the yarn that we had taken in the front and pull through. That was a purl. So this alternate is going to be a Tunisian simple, and then we are going to make another purl. Take the yarn in the front this way, insert the hook under the vertical bar, take the yarn back, put it over the hook this way and just pull through. So now we are going to do a Tunisian simple and a purl. It's an alternate of Tunisian simple and a purl stitch. And we are going to end with a Tunisian simple here. So the advantage of doing odd number of stitches in the beginning row is we are always going to end with the same stitch that we began with for that particular row. And to end the row, we always go under the last vertical bar and the bar behind it under 2 loops, yarn over and pull up a loop. So now we will have 11 loops on the hook. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 11. Return is always, that was a forward pass, and return is always going to be the standard return pass. Now Tunisian honeycomb is a 2-row repeat. So that was our first row and we began with a Tunisian simple. In the second row we are going to begin with a purl stitch. So yarn in the front, we go under the stitch, vertical bar, we take the yarn behind the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Then we do a Tunisian simple and we do a Tunisian purl. We alternate between simple and pearl. Simple and pearl. It might seem difficult in the beginning, but practice will make it very easy. So we've ended with a pearl. We had begun this row with a pearl and we've ended with a pearl, and that will make the design and the edges look quite pretty. So we go under both the loops to end the row and we yarn over. We pull up a loop. So this is going to be a repeat. The design might not be very clear right now, but once we make a few rows, it's going to be very prominent. So you can practice, and I will also make a few rows and I'll meet you again. So I have made a small sample here. And if you forget by any chance, if you have to begin the row with a Tunisian simple or a pearl, just look at the stitches here. So if the stitch, the vertical bar looks a little small, you know you have to begin with a Tunisian simple. If it looks a little longer, you know you have to begin with a pearl. So now I have finished this and we will close the last row. To close the last row, we are going to use a slip stitch method. So insert under the vertical bar, yarn over and pull through both. Insert under, pull through both. Here, if it was a pearl or a Tunisian, it's not going to matter. We are going to close both the stitches in the same way. So we just insert under the vertical bar, yarn over and pull through both. So if you've made a small sample, the last one is the same. Go under both the loops, yarn over, pull through and then make one chain. Pull it really tight so your sample closes well. So if you've already made a small square or something and you want to make it into a coaster, you can just continue around to make a single crochet, regular single crochet, to give it a nice border. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.